Alright, newsletter subscribers, if you pick up the new video that we're talking about, which is combative rotation on joint blocks, people always ask me, how'd you get so good? How'd you end up like this? You see a lot of videos where I'm doing different seminars and people are asking me, how'd you figure that out? You're so young, whatever it may be. Where it really comes from is this. This is your ultimate shortcut that I talk about all the time. Science is a shortcut. This is the disruptive technology in the combative field. Most people are working on techniques, brute force, and trying to do something where they're combining brute force with the technique. Versus when we start to bring this in, it becomes disruptive because brute force no longer matters. If, as you'll see when we talk about in the video that I hope you pick up at the shop, because you get your 25% discount, this right here, this resistance is that brute force. This right here is that brute force. If they're resisting with brute force, you have to overcome with brute force. Your effort has to overcome that in order to get your actual mechanical advantage. So that is where we switch to this mindset and we start looking at the physics and where do the physics play into this? How do we actually stack these mechanical things that we're doing, the biomechanics of what we're doing? Once we start to do that, we combine it with the anatomy, then we have this disruptive force that I talk about on the blog every now and then. So one of the things that I want you as newsletter subscribers to do is to really pay attention to two things, which is first off, the videos that we put out about science, to make you a better teacher because you understand what's going on. The second thing that we want to make sure that we do is that we look at the CLM so that we can reinforce these types of concepts when we're in the attention waiting phase. If you're going to teach some kind of wrist lock or a wrist release or a grab release or whatever it is in your attention waiting phase, this has to be taught because that gives them a point to come back to outside of the technique doesn't work. People say, well, why doesn't the technique work? And you go, well, you're not doing it right. The hell does that mean? I'm not doing it right. We'll do it like this. Well, I'm not you. I don't know why I'm not doing that right, and you're doing it correctly. This gives you the basis to be able to explain to a student the physics that we talk about when it comes to human equilibrium, or we talk about the screw or the wedge, mechanical advantage and combative rotation. This gives you the ability, when you move past attention weighting, let's say you've gotten to imprinting and differentiation and you can't make it work, when you bring them back, you can bring them back to this and not a physical representation of what you want the technique to be. So thanks for being a newsletter subscriber. More videos like this are coming because you guys asked for it and we're making sure that we deliver it to you. Spread it to your friends. If you want to send this link out to your friends and say, hey, look, this is what we get on the Pramek newsletter. We get this kind of stuff. We asked for it. Matt is responding to the demand. So make sure you forward it around. I don't care if you send the YouTube link out. Don't hold the information because they might have something valuable to add into the newsletter. Thanks a lot.